means he's it means he's verified by Xbox. And when you're verified by Xbox, you get a certain number, and you can get premium access and stuff like that early.
Okay, there we go. We should be live
Yeah,
now
NASCAR King.
For it. Hopefully. There we go. It says we're live.
Travis has not
here.
raced once. No,
Hopefully.
his work schedule. His work schedule's flippy.
Okay, there we go. That should be the.
I think I just got kicked out. The hell? Lost connection.
Oh, well. Looks like the 13's not going to get to qualify, or they're going to redo qualifying, but I'm not really sure which one at this point. But.
Well.
I'm going to.
I'm going to go reset my Xbox, I guess. That's fucking weird.
Okay, there we go. I should be a little bit more prepared now. So we're going to be doing qualifying. Oh, well. 21 spun. Who's even in the 21? LMTX Mafia. Okay. He spun, so. And I guess that happened. So yeah, with qualifying, they're going to be pulling off here on the backstretch, and then they're going to be going off one at a time, so there isn't going to. So I understand the start of this will be a little bit slow, but we will be getting into the race here shortly. But qualifying does have to happen, so. Let's see, who's going to go first? And it is going to be... Oh, thought the 9 was going. Nope, looks like 98. 98 of Novice Squid is going to be going first, it looks like. So, is Novice Squid the only one going at this point? Nope. There, 21's going. And it looks like they're just kind of all waiting. I don't know if one of them's been told to go yet or not, because I would have tried to space them out a little bit to try and get 3 on track at any given time. Oh, there we go. The NASCAR King in the 14 is going to be out in qualifying, so. Just going to check and make sure that it is using my proper mic, because I can definitely see that being, yeah. There we go. Of course, it defaults to my correct mic. Okay, there we go. Audio quality should be slightly better now. I'm using my actual mic. But yeah, again, just kind of part of the nature of single car qualifying. Not much is going to be going on, but we're going to just... Actually, I'll get a stopwatch going to time some laps. Potentially, but to be honest, I mean, my timing in scoring isn't great, so yeah, qualifying, especially for a broadcast in this kind of booth, just doesn't work real well, because I have no type of lap, like I don't have a lap time checker, which, I mean, that would be super high tech and advanced for them to think to include and be able to work into it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're getting ready. We're just kind of going through qualifying. Not much really comment on. So I'm just gonna basically go with pure sound for qualifying for right now, just because I think that's probably the better. I think that's pretty good quality, to be honest. It's just the pure engine sounds, but then we'll get into the race here. Especially when I can't tell actual lap times from the booth. If there was a way for me to actually tell lap times from one another, other than just eye check of, well, that car looks fast. Because all these cars are pretty fast. I mean, they're going upwards of 180 miles an hour. So right now we're just kind of working through qualifying. So if any of you guys are just joining and weren't sure what was going on, yeah, we're just kind of getting through qualifying. Did JP Big Dogs change to the 9? He used to be in the 1. I must have missed when he swapped numbers like that. Because I certainly thought I remembered him winning Martinsville in the 1. Wait, there's 2 of them in the 9. Okay. Katsu, of course, in the 70. We got Bob Goes Heels in the 51. Sky Hot Wheels in the 8. Average Joe in the 3. B is the Chief in the number 7. NASCAR King in the 14. J.H. Miller, 01YT, is going to be in the 19 tonight. Novice Squid in the 98. Who are the 2 9s? That's JP Big Dogs and yeah, so J Prev is also in the 9. Unless I'm completely blind and that is not a 9, but I mean, yeah, I don't see it anyway. That's not a 9. So I don't know what they're gonna do about numbers there. If one of them's gonna have to forfeit, if whoever picked the wrong number is gonna have to forfeit qualifying position for it. I mean, that's a little bit of a pain, but I mean, it's a thing that can happen. JP is most definitely in the 1. I remember seeing him in the 1. But he certainly is not in the... Okay, let's see. So yeah, okay, I guess they're gonna get the number thing figured out, but it's kind of funny. Oh, not sure why the screen cut out there. I don't know if that's gonna cut out for you guys as well. The fact that my actual screen just blacked out. But oh, looks like some of the others are heading out to qualify now. Katsu out running. I don't know if they're just kind of completing the final laps of qualifying here now, but they might be. It might just be a part of that. To be honest, I never have a clue what they're doing. Looks like Miller's left the lobby at the moment. Don't know if he's swapping numbers or something, or if he, got tired of waiting, or for some reason he's having to forfeit a qualifying position. So yeah, this is, I think, like the 6th or 7th race in the season, if I'm remembering correctly. Got NASCAR King in the 14. Okay, so Miller is still on track, which I find very strange because he left the party. And usually when you leave the party, you end up leaving the race too. But I guess maybe not in this case. I don't really know how it all works, so I guess maybe I'm just wrong for it, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have access to roster, because yeah, the roster I've had access to is not necessarily the most clear, but okay, there we go. Keystone guys in here. Miller's back in. Don't know. Oh, they might be having mic problems with the number of people in the lobby. That could be it. But it looks like, though, qualifying's over, so we're going to be getting ready for the race here any second now, as guys seem to be joining and leaving the party. I'm going to be just tuning in on the on Keystone's mic so I can listen out for what's going on. Okay, and on the pole is going to be Novice Squid. Novice Squid on the pole. Wow. Good job for Novice. B as the chief is going to be on the is going to be starting on the outside front row. So, real good first qualifying session there for those guys. Assuming that there isn't some reason that they end up going and redoing it, but yeah.
Can I get an invite, please?
Let's see. There we go. There's the invite for the race. We should be getting in here.
No, he's only going to make one lap.
Oh, someone's only going to make one lap. What?
You have to make one lap.
Hey, Keystone, who's doing the pre-race stuff tonight?
That would be me.
So it's all going to be you tonight?
I guess so. Unless somebody wants to do the gentlemen start your engines.
Okay, there we go. That should be his stream going up now over on Twitch. At twitch.tv.
Hey guys, this is Keystone Guy here. We are here with Misfitz Racing League. We are going to be racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway in a 100% Xfinity race. We lagged out of qualifying, so we will be starting last.
Yep, starting dead last. That's just the way I know you like
Okay,
it.
you know what?
Oh, I don't need that music starting, but yeah, starting last. Yep, just the way he probably prefers it, because then he doesn't get
you guys can
wrecked
include your
on the
audio
start
like
here. But yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
We should be getting into the race here fairly quick, and then we're
Okay,
gonna
go
have
ahead.
a short pre-race, and then where I will go through I'll at least name the starting order. I can't guarantee the but we will also get the national anthem and the command. So just gonna try and make sure I know when they are loading in, because as soon as they're loading in, I need to be accepting the invite so I can get in there. Okay, so we got a B3 fan in the chat.
You can have both.
So just trying to figure this out at the moment. Trying to figure out. Let's see. Let's run through our starting order, at least as much of it as I can tell. So we've got Novice Squid on the pole. B is the Chief on the outside front row. Then we've got Bob Goes Heels going to be starting third. Fourth is going to be Average Joe. Fifth is going to be not on that screenshot. So starting sixth is going to be Katsu. Seventh will be Sky Hot Wheels. Eighth is going to be the 21 of LMT Mafia. Okay, so fifth is going to be JP Big Dogs. Okay. But yeah, so that's just kind of running through some of the starting order and whatnot. Hey,
Okay,
DJ Gamer, how's it
so
going?
pretty much, just really quick at the rules. When you're exiting pit road, please call your number, and you have to stay below the yellow line coming through turns 1 and 2 onto the backstretch, and make sure people know you are merging. And I prefer you call out when you are pitting, at least on the backstretch. You don't have to. And also, we do ask you to call your lines. As I said, it's not a full requirement.
Okay, so they're just kind of going through the rules because we do have some new drivers tonight.
Why do we only have 12 people in here? Oh, we're missing somebody in the party.
They should be.
There's supposed to be 13 in here.
Yeah, so we're gonna be getting ready here for the race. And wow, 5 people watching.
D3s.
Nice. Oh, is someone missing?
Yep.
I think. Okay,
He's in the lobby.
Be just about ready. Hopefully they're loading in. Which I basically just have to.
Well, you have to still join the lobby.
Yeah, 13. 13's unlucky. Well, I know your favorite driver's number is going to be
lobby. We're
in
about
the
to
race
get started.
tonight. We got the 14. Tony Stewart's old number.
Oh.
So that no.
Now he's in here. All right, we're good to go.
So I'm just gonna check. Let's see. See what we got. 13 drivers
JP,
tonight going for. So you got 13 drivers going for 1 trophy here.
JP, you already made your start. You're good.
Hopefully we got it. Oh, are we only gonna have 12 then?
You made the effort to make qualifying, so.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have 12 because JP Big Dogs is out of the is out. It looks like so. It'll be 12 drivers going for one for one race win here tonight.
Yeah.
So we're just really trying to. I don't know what's taking them so long to get everything figured out, but I mean it's pretty typical at this point for them to be a little slow at getting things going. Well, not necessarily slow at getting things going, but slow at trying to more careful than slow, I would say. But we're gonna be going racing though tonight for 163 laps. I don't know what the fuel window is necessarily for this race. We're gonna have stages and
all right, let's get going.
And the relaxed yellows, not the strict ones, because the strict ones are apparently too strict. So, but yeah, come on. I don't know who the
all right, so we are going to go single file here, 75 miles, 80 miles per hour. Sorry, around the track one time. We will at least stop you on a backstretch. Damage is on, so do not hit each other. Make sure you guys silence your microphones, and we will do a prayer, our national anthem, and driver start your engines. Is there any more questions? No. They don't go to the restart zone, start finish line.
Okay, so that was just kind of a quick rundown through some
Bob,
of the
enough.
rules. We will be getting in here for the pre-race ceremonies
Leave him
as
alone.
well as the green flag, which should be no more than about 5 minutes out here. So
I will all. Bob, that's enough. Leave him alone.
no, they're using the Xbox Party system for their mic, not Discord. They have a Discord chat, but they don't use it for the communication
Just leave him
part.
alone, please.
So we're gonna be getting ready to
Pay attention to the race.
yeah. It's the console I have. I mean, I've only ever owned an Xbox.
Well, then I'd stop.
Oh, looks like we got some variety of fans here.
Single file, 80 miles an hour.
Say, if you go over to
Go around for a lap first.
twitch.tv/the Keystone Corner,
Single file.
I believe that's where they have all the race chatter and whatnot. But Novice Squid, though, he really impressed in qualifying up there on the pole
Same
position.
strategy we talked about earlier.
After
What strategy's that?
a good run.
We already have 13 viewers on my stream.
After a good run last night. At Martinsville for him, so I mean he's just kind of carrying that momentum and gonna carry it right into this race. It looks like. B is the Chief as well in that number 7. Don't think he was in the race last night. Okay, we got. So they're just gonna be doing a pace lap here, so we can go
stop.
through our start. So yeah, B is the Chief. Bob goes heels. Average Joe. Katsunoi, Sky Hot Wheels, J Prev 24. We have got JH Miller, NASCAR King, Keystone Guy 1998, DGH Anchor, and then LMT X Mafia. And that is the starting order for tonight.
Bob, that's enough. Bob, I'm joking with you.
Yeah, so there's the Twitch link if you guys want to go over and support the league owner. That's his Twitch stream where he will be streaming tonight. Oh.
All right, fine. Everybody, please mute your microphones. Dear Lord, we bow our head in prayer tonight to support our veterans, our racers, and our first responders across the United States. We pray tonight's race is clean and that we can avoid unnecessary situations. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Okay.
Now, please rise for our national anthem.
7-year-old sensation Malaya Emma.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Now, for the most famous words in motorsports. Who's gonna be our Grand Marshal, guys?
Say, hopefully they say.
All right, double file. Let's get it started by the start-finish line
Oh,
here. Get to your
okay.
registration. Let's go.
I guess I missed it because they didn't actually say who was going to be doing it. So I missed driver start your engines, but I think hopefully it wasn't super great because then I'd be kind of pumped that I missed it. But yeah, here we go, getting ready to go racing here. So should be getting everybody into line. Might take one more pace lap, it looks like, because the inside lane is not formed up quite yet. But it doesn't look like the 98's been told that. He looks like he's just gonna... Oh, yep, there he goes. He's now backing it down. Oh, no, he's not backing it down. Okay, they're just going with it. Okay. The inside lane was nowhere near formed up, but we're racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Misfitz Racing League National Series. So, okay, we got, who's in the 8? Oh, that's Sky Hot Wheels. I was trying to think of who that was. But, oh, there we go. Oh, contact there, and who's that going through the grass early on? Oh, that was Sky Hot Wheels off in the grass early on. Then we got J Prev on the outside of Average Joe. Oh, in behind Katsu. Looks like he might have nicked Katsu in the back end there. We got Keystone guy up here in the 13 car. Right now, I think there's battle for the lead, though. Bob Goes Heels trying to take it from the 98 of Katsu there, so. Oh, man. Yeah, so the 8 went through the grass on the first lap after having someone start cheering for him in the chat, so. But hey, it's still very early on in the race. We've still got over 160 laps to go. I don't think this is anywhere near over yet, so. We've got Katsu, though, is able to lead it, and B is the Chief, has been able to retake second place. The same as his starting position, so. Top 3 are the top 3 started that way, and then 4th is actually still the guy who started 4th. Kind of surprised how well they've been able to maintain the starting positions that they started in. I guess that shows just how fast they really were, and how hard to pass this package can be as well. I mean, package can definitely produce passing, but it can also make it to where if you know how to block, you can block pretty well. But right now, I think the 7's in a really interesting spot where he has to watch his mirror for that 51, and he has to watch the windshield and try and attack on the 98. Now, if I'm him, I think I'd play more defense right now, especially early on, try and get a push maybe from the 51 to try and help me get up to that 98 in a position where I can attack, but that's just me. So it looks like we got 33 laps. Oh! 7 car goes way down to the inside. Somehow doesn't smack that wall and gets back up on the racing surface, and we're going to stay green flag remarkably. I don't know how they stayed green flag there. I thought the 7 was going to clobber the inside wall there, even if he was only going to scrape the side of the door. But yeah, 32 laps to go in the stage at this point, so already going. Let's see. We got Bob Goes Heels, though, has been able to overtake for second place. So yeah, so the 8 is currently running. So it looks like Sky Hot Wheels, after going through the grass, he's still struggling to kind of figure out that corner exit. He's running just behind Katsu here. And he's actually going to go to the inside to try and pass Katsu for, what spot is that he's passing for? That is passing for the 8th. So he's in 8th, taking 7th right now from the 14, as the 14 beats and bangs a little bit as he falls right through the field. Watson. So Sky Hot Wheels is up to 6th place after his early spin. And oh, we see the 9 force the 14 down on that infield turf. Of course, no one enjoys that. No one enjoys getting put down there. But right now, I guess everybody just kind of fighting with each other is really the best thing for that 98 car, because that's going to allow him to pull right away from these other guys. If they were running in a straight line, of course, the draft then would come into play, and when you're drafting, you can usually pull up, I believe, like half a second a lap on a single car all on his own. But I don't know if the 3 cars there are going to be organized enough to try and draft together, or if they're just going to be attacking each other. But it looks like the 7's kind of falling off the back, and now it's more of a 2-car battle for the 2nd position here. Man, if I was at 21, I would definitely not be taking it that aggressive that early on that apron, because that apron is so likely to spin you out early on. I would ride it out, and because you're going to have to make a pit stop here in the first stage. I mean, that's almost a guarantee that you're going to have to pit at some point in this first stage. I don't know if the fuel numbers have got to be to the point where you've got to pit. You can't go 30 laps on fuel. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the fuel numbers are, and of course each team and driver might be able to save different amounts of fuel throughout the run. But yeah, I can't imagine any of them can go 33 laps on fuel though at Atlanta, especially if they're running anywhere near flat out, and the tires are gonna create a guaranteed pit stop as well. I mean, as much as I don't like to think that the tires are the tires are definitely gonna wear out completely before they really run into any kind of danger of fuel being the issue. But yeah, right now those Sky Hot Wheels trying to work his way back up after the early slide through the grass, and we got 3 wide in the middle of the pack here between Katsu, NASCAR King, and Jay Prev right there. So I mean, that's 3 guys. Oh my, they are just right on the edge. Oh, the 08 there just kicked up a little bit of dust, it looked like. But now that if I'm Novice Squid, I'm playing, so I can't imagine they're gonna do 2 tires. I mean, especially considering, I mean, the stage is gonna be like 40 laps. Yeah, no, I can't imagine they're gonna they're gonna be taking 4. I can't imagine they take 2. At least not at the current moment. Maybe late in the race on a yellow flag pit stop, but not on a long green flag run. I can't imagine at the end of a long green flag run, I can't imagine anyone taking 2 tires there over the benefit of 4 fresh tires here. I mean, tires just tear up so quick. I mean, I've already seen some drivers complaining about tires already starting to fade away, and the handling on some of these front few are starting to change already. I mean, you can kind of see as they're drifting up the track, and there we go. The race leader hits pit road. No! Novice Squid loops it coming onto the pit road. Let's see, is anyone else going to be coming to the pits this time? Looks like it's going to be Katsu. Katsu, Keystone, and one other came to pit road as well. That was NASCAR King. So 4 cars come to pit road that time by. And now we see B is the Chief coming down to slowing down to get to pit road speed. Looks like that looks like Sky Hot Wheels just in front of him as well, coming down to the pit road. Average Joe there in behind as well, the 19. So we got some of these guys just coming off the pit road, a lot of them just entering. So we're gonna see, I guess, does the one extra lap of running out there kind of separate them out. But I think Novice Squid played the right strategy here by playing the aggressive pit strategy, assuming that you can make it on one stop from where you pit. I think being the first one on the pit road and making that only stop in the stage. Oh. But yeah, there are definitely some guys that, here we go, they're all kind of cycling around. Let's see. As they all cycle around. I'm assuming that the 98 will cycle back to the race lead because he came to pit road one lap before everybody else. Yeah, it looks like, though, for the most part, except for B is the Chief, really was the big loser on that one, just purely from the standpoint of losing track position and a lot of time as well. But here we go. That might have been the pass right there for the lead between the 98 and Novice Squid and the 51 here of Bob Goes Heels, battling side by side for the race lead at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's see. Of course, Bob Goes Heels was involved in a controversial wreck last night in the truck race at Martinsville. So, trying to I have not heard any penalty report, though, so I don't believe there is going to be a penalty for it. But, of course, don't want to, after kind of having a seemingly odd wreck like that. And, oh, wow, that 98 just slid through the grass. But, yeah, after a call like that, or after a incident like that, you don't want to, in the very next race, the very next night, go out and cause another seemingly intentional anything, because that'll just make it seem more and more like the first incident was intentional. But yeah, that 98, though, he slipped it through the grass, and that's going to give it to Bob Goes Heels as Bob is pulling away here. And it looks like they'll be able to make it to the end on fuel in the stage. Question again is going to be those tires. Everybody, I believe, came for 4 tires, though, especially with it being the end of a fuel run. Sky Hot Wheels running 5th. Katsu's in 4th, so I mean that top 5 is really I think are some of the top guys at the moment. Of course, we got some fast guys that were not able to be here tonight, so kind of unfortunate that we don't get to see some of them. But yeah, the restart at the end of stage 2 is going to be insane. But to be honest, I'm not saying, I don't think it's anywhere near over, though. Bob Goes Heels, he's gotten a massive lead on the 98, and I think the 98 has definitely been the has made a fair amount of mistakes, especially once he gets passed for a race lead. Like, if he's leading the race, he can usually run pretty well, but once he gets passed, that's when he starts to make mistakes, it looks like. But yeah. Right now, though, it definitely looks like it's going to be looks like Bob Goes Heels is going to try and run this one run away with it. As we see Keystone trying to get by Katsu as Sky Hot Wheels did the lap before. Sky Hot Wheels up into the top 3 here and gonna be trying to attack that 98 here pretty soon. And he's not gonna he's not even gonna give the 98 a sniff of working with him. Goes all the way to the bottom, rides that yellow line, bottom feeding at Atlanta, and he's gonna get by the 98. And there we go. 98 now back to 3rd. The 8 car, after sliding through the grass on the opening run, has already managed to make his way back up to 2nd place. I don't know if that was due to some sort of fuel strategy. Yeah, I can keep myself updated on laps. I've got the guys stream up as well. So. But yeah, 12 laps to go in the stage, and right now though, Sky Hot Wheels is gonna be the guy on full attack. And actually, who's that just out in front of the leader? Is that NASCAR King? Trying to figure out who's just in front of the leader, because leader's coming up on a lap car and very quick. And of course, lap traffic. The last time we were at Atlanta in the trucks, a lap car actually caused a very big incident with two of the race leaders that were pulling away with the race. But here we go. Going to be 10 laps to go this time by 10 laps to go in the stage here at this point. And it's going to be, that's the 21. And it looks like, are they slowing down for some kind of, looks like a manual caution is out. Manual caution is out. So that's going to make for an interesting one. Oh, yep, looks like Novice Squid got the worst end of the caution that is now out on the racetrack. Yeah, that's because Keystone wasn't in the race yesterday, so he didn't have a stream to go off of for the lap count. Because, I mean, hey, everybody in the group has a life, and life happens, so definitely understandable that he wasn't able to be there last night, but definitely helps to have a lap count. So is actually the 21 the race leader then? And maybe he just, let me check the. Yeah, so the 21 is actually your race leader. So I was wrong saying the 51 actually had the race lead. It looked like it was going to be the 21's stage to lose. At least assuming that he wasn't just staying out on absolute dumpster tires. Or maybe he took two and just tried to nurse it back to the stage finish. But yeah, it looks like though everybody's gonna be taking 4 tires here though on the pit stop. I can't imagine anyone really trying to take 2. I mean, I just think 2 tires is way too risky at this point in the race to really try and just say like, oh yeah, I can go for 2 tires to gain some spots. But yeah. So right now, though, I think absolutely 4 tires is going to be the strategy call. But it looks like 2 of the, like, who's that that got out in front? Is that the, oh, the 7 is your race leader. So the 7, 21, 8, 51 are going to be the race leaders. So here we go. So the 7 is going to be the race leader when we restart this one. The 21 on the outside. And to be honest, with how we've seen the race develop so far, I think it's probably going to be a bottom feeder strategy on at least on the early run. It could very well end up going and ending up being a situation where someone could make a move around the outside, but I think that riding that yellow line is just going to be the better lane, especially on these restarts. But hey, maybe the 21 and the 51 can prove me wrong, along with the 13 on that outside row. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota on the outside row. And there we go. Restarts out, and that 8 car immediately jumps to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide on that inside. And he's going to take the lead here. So after spinning out on the first run of the race, and he's now your race leader before the end of stage 1. Wow. And I guess that just shows that you cannot count any of these guys out. I mean, literally, he went sliding through the grass, and he's been able to fight his way all the way back up to the race lead. And it looks like the 7 might have taken 2 tires, and he's getting absolutely swamped. The 19 runs into the wall. The 98 shoves him up there as well. But yeah, it looks like the 7 is really just struggling on old tires there. Yeah, I don't know for sure whether he took 2, but I certainly think so, considering, or he might have taken none. But yeah, that is just, that strategy was, I didn't think it was gonna work, but oh my, they are just so aggressive here, and looks like though the 8's gonna be having to defend here coming around. As we go, we've got 5. We're gonna have 5 laps to go at the line this time. Let's see. Bob Goes Heels goes down to the bottom. So Bob Goes Heels in that 51. He's got help from the 21 as well. Toyota and Chevrolet on the bottom, trying to help each other out. 5 laps to go in the stage. To be honest, at this point, I think it's more just trying to push whoever you think can most help you, rather than helping someone else out here. And there we go. Sky Hot Wheels shuffled back to 3rd spot here, as they're coming down. Now, of course, still a chance for someone to peel to pit road here before the end of the before the end of the stage, to try and pick up some positions maybe by staying out at the end of the stage. But I don't know if you can really pit and run two-ish laps on tires, even if you're running easy, without either losing a lap or without ruining your tires for the restart. So I think that strategy probably not going to work here, unlike how it would work at Pocono or a road course, or maybe even Talladega it might work at, but yeah, it looks like though that 8's going to need to fight back through here with that 21 and the 51 trying to just kind of run away with it. Let's see, coming through 3 and 4, coming back to the line. They should have only a couple, I believe it's going to be 2 laps go this time at the line. Let's see, yep, 2 laps go in the stage 1. The 21 hits the apron and he's going to move up the track. That's going to give the 8 a spot. And now, I guess the question is can that 8 make a move here? The white flag is going to be out for the stage finish here this time by. White flag in the stage is out. So the white flag in the stage, I don't know if you can get to the 51 here, but there we go. They just collect the white flag. And let's see. If the 51 makes a mistake here, the 8 could take it, but I think the 51 is going to be able to hold on to it as we go through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. This is where you really need to make something, at least make up some of that ground. No, you're not. The 8 is not going to be able to get there. The 21 not able to pass the 8, and it looks like Maverick's actually going to come home and don't know why what the 21 was doing there, sliding through the grass. Looked like he might have roughed up Katsu after the stage finish, and he decided to go for a little bit of a burnout there. But man, that was such a fun stage finish. So stage winner is going to be Bob Goes Heels, Sky Hot Wheels, the 21 of LMT X Mafia, Katsu in 4th, Keystone in 5th, 6th Novice Squid, 7th Average Joe, 8th J Prev, 9th Anchor, 10th B is the Chief, 11th NASCAR King. And then 12th is going to be, I don't remember because I was having to read the list while watching on the stream scrolling through. So here we go. Restart time, and then let's see. Novice Squid's going to be restarting in the middle of the pack, but here we go. Bob Goes Heels is second on the pit order there. Let's see. Can't really, and there we go. He's going to have to try and battle it around the outside here on the 19. I don't know what the 19 did to gain that kind of track position, but it certainly looks like that 19 might have pulled some kind of strategy move. If it's going to work, that's another question, especially when you go up to that high side, you're going to just lose so much time. And, oh, 19 is in the wall. So the 19 is definitely, oh, 19 goes way to the back. So who was that? That was, oh, that was J.H. Miller. I don't know, he might have pit on the, he might have pit on like the last lap or something, but the 21's actually managed to find his way back out to the front. But yeah, I would not want to be novice right now. Yeah, no thanks. Seeing all those guys kind of in my windshield, in my mirror. Yeah, no thanks. I'd much rather be out front and pulling and kind of leading and pacing the field, because then there's less chance of someone else messing me up. But then again, I'd probably find a way to mess myself up, and that's probably why I don't have a whole lot of league race wins, and that's why I'm in the booth and they are down there racing. Well, that, and I'm also on like I think 4 more weeks on my suspension from racing with them, on top of my like 160 points worth of penalty that I don't have. But yeah, so it looks like though Bob Goes Heels is your race leader. Wait, no, the 21 is the race leader. Second, Bob Goes Heels. Third is actually not Maverick. It's Keystone. Fourth in the race is gonna be that the 70 of Katsu, and then fifth is Novice Squid. So Novice Squid definitely seems to have a fast car. I said how I thought he wouldn't necessarily, once he got cycled out of the lead pack, that I thought he might struggle to get back up there, but it's looking like they might, like the 98 might have some more fight left in him as he goes for third here. Katsu as well up to fourth, as Keystone guy goes back to fifth place. But here we go, this battle for the lead though is so close. Let's see, I'm gonna ride on the hood cam here with the Mafia, but here we go. It's just so close, but of course you gotta think they're gonna need another pit stop on the stage, so I guess it's gonna come down to who can execute the best on the stage finish versus who's gonna execute the best on the, I think it's gonna be about getting on and off pit road clean, no penalties. You don't want to have any penalty. You can't really afford a penalty at this point going down onto the pit road. And it's about, once you make that pit stop, you absolutely cannot have a yellow after making that pit stop unless everything cycles around. But here we go. Looks like though the 51 is gonna have to try and make the pass here on the let's see, there we go. So Bob Goes Heels down that inside. Is he gonna try and, he can't really get up to that quarter panel. He's trying to side draft him. Is it gonna work though? I can't imagine. I mean, he's got that inside line, but these front two are just so even right now that trying to make a pass, you really do need to side draft or even slide job them out of the way. Which, of course, if you do that to them, that kind of opens it right back up. That kind of opens them right back up to go and hit you right back or slide you right back out of the way. Which, of course, if they wait and do that right at the end of the stage, then that's when you're, that would be when you would really not want them to do it. But man, that 70, he's also putting in a really good day here. I don't think I've seen him do this well on an oval at all yet. At least, I mean, he's had flashes where he's been really good on the ovals. But I still think his standout performance, at least in my mind, is when I initially think back, is the Watkins Glen race for that number 70. I think that was probably his best race overall from what I've seen of him racing. Of course, I'm sure he's got his own favorite moment or race or like first race win in the league. Because, of course, I believe all these guys have league wins, just not necessarily in this series. Actually, do we have anybody in the field that has a league win in this series? Average Joe, I think, has a league win, maybe? Or has a win in this league. But, yep, there we go. The 19 comes to pit road. And then JP, who did qualify, but he is not actually in the race. He won last night at Martinsville. You mean the 14 in this race, or in the actual? When you're saying like old Stewart car, is that talking about NASCAR King in the 14 tonight? Because NASCAR King 27 is driving that 14 car tonight, the white and light blue, which are very much not what I usually think of when I think of Tony Stewart colors. But then again, I don't know that he necessarily picked it because of Tony Stewart. I just picked the number 14 for some other personal reason. I mean, I've got my reason why I always run the 99. Actually, I've got several reasons why I always run the 99 when I'm doing a custom, pretty much. Actually, I've started running 77 a lot more. I don't know. I always pick a different number, but yeah. Yeah, NASCAR King. I don't know. It's his first league race, I believe, in this league. So he might be still trying to get adjusted to the way that these guys race, or some of the rules differences between what he's done before and this group. But right now, though, this front three, they've been up at the front for quite a bit. I think the only one that we're missing of this top of this front group would be the number 7 of B as the Chief, and I can actually see him back there not too far. So we really could see this whole group kind of group back up, because yeah, that's him drafting along with the 13 just behind this group. And of course, the 51 busy on both front end and rear end, because he's got a car right in front of him putting some dirty air in front. Richard Petty the King. Don't think we actually have a 43 in the race tonight, but oh, and it looks like once again we see Novice Squid be one of the first guys on pit road, or one of the first guys of the front runners. So we saw it work out for him earlier tonight. Well, we saw it work out a little bit for him earlier tonight. It helped him kind of keep on pace. They didn't really kind of let him get too many laps of basically him being on fresher tires than them. But it looks like they're... Oh, 21's going to chase him to pit road. So, and here we go. Coming to pit road now, we got the 13. 51 is still your race leader, as they've got about 21 laps to go. That's going to be... that's going to be pushing it on the fuel number to make it to the end of the stage. And then the tires, you got to take care of those things. The 14's on pit road as well. Looks like the 8 is just coming, the 08 is just coming off the pit road. The 21's on pit road. And there we go, the 51, the race leader in the 51 is in, and oh! Uh-oh, is that, yep, speeding penalty for the number 13 machine. Yep, speeding penalty for the number 13 Keystone. So he will be, for the foreseeable future, out of contention. He's going to need a lucky dog or something to go his way. But there he goes. He's now out of the pits, because that is a, I believe, a 15-second hold on the penalty. But looked like maybe Novice Squid also got a penalty, because he was in the pits for a long time as well. And there goes Bob Goes Heels. Let's see. So Novice Squid, yeah, Novice Squid is running currently dead last of the drivers. Of course, no, we don't know. There might be some guys that have yet to cycle around to the pit road. Just gonna kind of keep an eye on some of them. I know Katsu's known for trying to run these tires as long as humanly possible and longer. And emphasis on the longer. Katsu, don't blow a tire. We've seen the 19. He's already pitted real early. But yeah, right now, to be honest, if I'm one of these guys, I think I'm trying to push the pace right now to try and pressure the guys to really kind of come to pit road sooner than they really want to. But there we go. That's a pass for position there, I believe. Yep, that's a pass for position there between the 13 and the 19, and that looked like the 19 was standing still on that race. So yeah. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of waiting for the pit cycle to cycle back around, because it looks like there are still some guys that have stayed out. I don't know who it is, probably Katsu, but there we go. Average Joe is on pit road. So Average Joe has come to pit road in the number 3 car. And it looks like that 19 is really just giving up so much time on to the guys that have fresher tires than him, even though he's already made his pit stop. So yeah, it looks like Average Joe. Yeah, Average Joe is your race leader. So I guess we'll see. Where is that? So I guess we'll see Average Joe. Okay, so the 21 now is the race leader. Just trying to make sure I keep track of who's leading this thing. So the 21 is leading the race, but there we go. There's that. Is that the 51 now already on his inside? Yep, there we go. 51 now going to the race lead. So the 51 takes it from the 21. And of course, that would be a clean sweep of the stages for Bob Goes Heels if he's able to hold on to this stage win. I got suspended for doing absolutely nothing. That's what I got suspended from this league for. It's a running joke in the group where, basically whenever they're mad at someone, they either penalize Keystone or they penalize me and call it good. So I don't even race. I've never raced in the league. Mainly just because I much prefer commentating it, but yeah. But yeah, basically just don't do what the 18 did last night, and you should be good. Or at least don't get caught. Don't admit to saying anything that you did anything intentionally, because then, of course, they won't penalize you, right? As long as you don't admit to doing anything wrong, they can't penalize you. As the 21 takes back that race lead. That's definitely how that goes, right? I mean, they can't prove that you actually did something if you don't admit to it. I mean, hey, look at Matt Kenseth. They can't prove that he intended to do that. I mean, he didn't admit to it, so. But yeah, right now though, that 51, I'm sure he's getting antsy, just waiting behind that, behind the 21, trying to time that move. Let's see, 11, coming to 10 laps to go on the stage. 10 laps to go on the stage this time by. So 10 laps, and for the 51 and the 21 to try and duel it out here. So if I was one of these guys, I would probably hang back, wait, and try and time a run. I would try and time one run here, coming to the end of the stage, as opposed to trying to make a move now and then potentially get passed back with a crossover move before getting back to the line. But yeah, let's see. Looks like though they've got some lap traffic up ahead. Of course, that 19 has seemed to be kind of off strategy so It doesn't seem to be so far off strategy that he really isn't in contention at all at this point. At least not, main contention for the stage win here in only a few laps. But the 21 and the 51 are kind of just separating themselves from everybody else. Oh, and we got Sky Hot Wheels making a pit stop. J-Prev makes a pit stop. And that's going to be, how many laps to go? We got 7 laps to go at the line this time. So 7 laps to go, and so the lap car there, the 19, is going to probably end up playing heavily into who wins this race. You've got the 51 who's going to try and take advantage of the lap car, but it looks like they're both going to get by the lap car fairly easily. No one's really going to get held up, and that's going to be contact there as they get 6 to go in the stage. So 6 to go in the stage, and now they've both gotten by the 19, who was the lapped car, which was really the big wild card in the situation, because if 21 got held up behind behind the lapped car, then the 51 could have made the move to try and get by him. But here we go. Man, he's just peeking the nose out down bottom. Pokes the nose up top, down bottom. Can't really find a way down much lower than the other guy is running. So you pretty much either need to beat him to the corner to get to his inside, or you would need to pass him around the outside, because he is not letting that inside go. As they take 5, so we're going to have 4 to go this time. 4 to go at the line. 4 laps remaining in this one. So 4 laps to go. So 6 miles, 4 laps. Now it's going to be 3 laps to go here as they are side by side for the race lead here. 51 on the top side. We got 21 on the inside, battling for the race lead. 3 laps to go here in this one, in the stage. There you go. Looks like the 21's been able to clear him once again, but the 51's going to try and battle it back on the exit of the corner. Is he going to be able to get a run? There he goes. He's going to have the run. Problem is, though, if you get that run on the top side, you pretty much need to try and clear him going into the corner, as opposed to just being able to wedge yourself underneath him and root him up and out of it. But you only need to beat him back to the line next time. So here we go. 2 laps to go in the stage, and Bob Goes Heels is in the race lead. Let's see. Bob Goes Heels versus the 21. Who's going to get this one? Oh, man, that 21 is going all the way to the bottom. It's going to be 1 lap to go in the stage here. One lap will decide it here. Let's see. The 51 and the 51 leads it from the 21. Is the 21 going to be able to make something happen here, though? He's right there. I think, to be honest, I think you have to go for it here in this corner. I mean, and they're side by side, but I don't know if you're going to be able to battle it back here at the line. No, the 51 clears him, and the 51 will take his 2nd stage win of the night. 51 stage winner here once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So he wins his 2nd stage of the night. So 2 stage wins now for Bob Goes Heels. The 21, though, has done really well in the stages as well, but no one's really got a better average finish in the stages than the perfect finishes in the stage. There we go. So let's see where everybody else finished. So So 8 cars are on the lead lap. Novice Squid is the last car on the lead lap. After that, the free pass will go to the 19 of Miller. But yeah, so B is the Chief, got 3rd in the stage. Then the 08, 4th. 5th was Average Joe. Then NASCAR King in the 14 was 6th in the stage. So here we go. They're all just making their pit calls. Probably going to be a lot of 4-tire pit stops here as we get ready to see the final stage. I can't imagine you start the final stage on anything less than 4 tires, but I don't know. Maybe someone pulls some wacky strategy to try and pull this one, but nope. We see the front 2 stay roughly the same. It looks like, though, the 51 lost the lead on the pit road. And, of course, that can make all the difference, because if you lose that lead, really, I mean, he's only led, though, very minimal laps, but he's led the important ones. He's won both stages. So, right now we got the... Oh! Ow! That was a hard hit in the outside wall there for the... Oh! And that's going to be a pile up, and dang it. When I was trying to flip through the thing, I hit the wrong button. I'm going to try and ask for a... Under the caution, can someone get me an invite real quick? Yeah, I accidentally hit the wrong button on the wheel when I was trying to frantically flip through it. There we go. Thanks, Novice. Thank you. So we're 85 laps in, halfway through. So yeah, I was just flipping through the buttons too frantically and accidentally whacked the disconnect button. But here we go. Green flag is back out, though, in the stage, so we're going to be getting in there. I'll try and keep you guys updated, though, on what's going on track. So it's going to be 76 laps to go when we get back in there. Maybe 75, depending on how long the loading process takes. We got the 08 spins, and that's going to be another massive pile up. Well, that's another massive pile up and another yellow flag back out. So big pile up there. Looked like, not really sure who all was involved, but it looked like it was the 08, the 13, and the 98 involved mainly. But yeah, surprised with the reliability that has been reconnecting that reconnected all 3 times tonight. That's not usual. That's a bit above average, but yeah. Yeah, I love being on hood cam when we get the spin like that. So, yeah, we're under another caution here. About 75 laps to go. So we should definitely be. Okay, let's see. Let's get back up on that front row and let's see who's gonna be on it. Okay. I can't help but mention the guy that caused the wreck that you guys didn't get to see because I'm basically equal with Fox Sports now for missing parts of races, but the guy that just caused the massive pileup got to start on the front row for the restart. Am I the only one that doesn't necessarily sit well with? I mean, he didn't take much advantage of it. He's already back in dead last, but something about that just doesn't sit right with me. And there we go. There's that 14 going up to the second position. So the 19 leads the 14. But yeah, something about the guy who spun out and crashed, causing the wreck that we were just under the caution for, being on the front row. Something about that just doesn't seem right. And it looks like, I don't know if he might have just forgot to pit or something that helped him get up there. I don't know, because considering we had just been on pit road, but oh, that was the number 8 there. It looks like in the back that just smacked the wall, and well, good job, number 8. You did just a great job there. I don't even know how you ended up with your car on the wall like that. Oh, wow. Contact, and that's going to send the 19 up into the wall. Comes down in front of someone. And then, oh, who was that he cut down in front of? And then they cut down in front of Average Joe. Looked like that was, oh, that was the 14 in NASCAR King, it looks like. Yeah, that was the 14 in NASCAR King they cut down in front of after smacking the wall. So now race lead is cycled around once again. And it looks like that's J-Prev in the 9 who leads the field. Bob goes heels in that Toyota Supra, though, in the number 51 Toyota Supra, right on that back bumper. And oh wait, never mind, he left the back bumper. He's going straight for the lead. But yeah, so there we go, though. The 51 going for the race lead here on the number 9. Number 9 goes up track. And the Novice Squid, though, he's going to battle it out for this race lead here. Novice Squid and Bob goes heels battling for it, and J-Prev and Katsu. Wow, I mean, some of these Toyota Supras really seem strong tonight. I don't know what it is about these Supras, but they just seem really strong tonight. And I know that there's not much competitive difference between them in the video game, but typically the Supras are the best in the actual NASCAR. But then again, no, they didn't win the championship, so maybe not. There we go, that 21 goes down the inside. Not sure. Oh, he dove it in there. He dove it. I didn't think he was going to get there. I thought he was going to get the door slammed on him. But nope, door doesn't get slammed on him. No, he pries that door open, and there we go. Now that's going to open up for Novice and Katsu to get through, and maybe even give enough time for Keystone to get through as well. But yeah. Oh wow, he's going. Oh, they were almost 4 wide. I was ready to call it 4 wide because they looked like they were about to go 4 wide there. 4 wide at Atlanta, and it looks like the 08. Oh, someone left the party. Don't know who that was. Don't know if he was someone not racing, but looks like Anchor's just coming off the pit road. Oh, the 21 out. So the 21, one of the most competitive cars here tonight, is out of the race. Wait, does that mean Novice Squid is now the race leader? I'm not really sure. Oh, someone goes rocketing through the grass. Oh, who's that? Oh, Sky Hot Wheels is in the number 8, goes sliding through the grass. And he is now way slow. He's going to have a lot of track here, though, it looks like, to be able to get back up to speed before someone else comes. But I don't know if that... Okay, that is going to be the manual caution. So Novice Squid is second to... Is that... Yep, J-Prev. So J-Prev in the 9. Novice Squid in the 98 are your front two. The 70 of Katsu is running third. So that's your top 3, which, to be honest, in a small field like this, I feel like top 3 is equivalent to like a top 5. When it comes to like saying, oh yeah, I got a top. I mean, if you get a top 10 in a 12-car race, I mean, congrats, you got a top 10. But how much does that top 10 really mean when you're only racing that many cars? Now, I can understand if you got 40 cars in a league race. Now, you'd have to format that one a bit differently because You'd have to use like Discord or some other chat service because Xbox parties won't let you do that. No. But there we go. J-Prev and I don't know who that was in second. Definitely looked close between Katsu and Novice. So here we go. So we're just past the 100 lap mark, coming up on 60. We're gonna have about 60-ish to go here when we go back to the green flag, and we got J-Prev on the pole or on the top spot. Then we got the 98, 70, 51, and for some of you guys that aren't as in tune with who these guys are quite yet, that is the from second on back. That is Novice Squid, Katsu No E, and Bob Goes Heels in the top 4. Fifth place is B is the Chief, and in sixth place is gonna be they get bottled up there on the restart. But I was about to say the 6th place driver on that restart was Keystone. So, but man, they just got so bottled up there so quick. And let's see as they come off the yikes, man, I wouldn't want to be any of these drivers right now, just saying. My nerves would be way too high in this pack, like especially if knowing some of the drivers' styles, and some of these guys that are very aggressive being up towards the front. Katsu mainly is the one I'm thinking of, but also Bob's very aggressive, and probably why Bob is very successful in this series. But yeah, I'm just way too timid to try and run nearly half as aggressive as some of these guys do. But then again, just even watching it gets me nervous, because like, oh my, they're about to wreck. But looks like no, Average Joe and the 14 are both kind of making their way back through. So Average Joe and the number 3 on the running a little higher line, and then the 14 making some hay on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like the 51 and the 14 are battling it out for position. So let's see. The 14 is going to go to 4th place, it looks like. So, but yeah, NASCAR King's actually also a pretty good friend of mine as well. Involved with him on a couple different racing leagues and whatnot. So definitely, it's I know him probably best of all these guys. Yeah, NASCAR King's probably the one I know best, but hard telling. I don't. Probably more just because I've known him longer than any of these other guys. Because I think the first time I interacted with him in a group was back in in mid-September of 2018, back when Heat 3 first came out. Because me and a buddy, we ended up getting into a racing league together, and NASCAR King was one of the guys in there as well. But that's enough for personal stories. We got Novice Squid here, right on that back bumper of the number 9, trying to push his way past, and he's gonna get to that inside. That's gonna open up a spot for the 98, as 98 will lead that lap. Let's see. What is it going to be called? 55 to go at the line. So that was 55 laps to go. I'd say you could breaking that up on 2 stops, or on 1 stop, is going to be so tough. That is going to be really tough to try and manage but I think you can just about make it on 1 stop from there. 55 laps to go. let me see. If you let's actually, we know they went racing with about 60 to go. If you divide that by 2, that's going to be 30 laps you need to run on each set of tires. I don't know if any of these guys can run 30 laps on tires, but I mean, I guess if they can, I think now would be the time to show it that they can run consistently on those kinds of tires. Because if you can do that and win the race, I think that would be impressive. But I just think you'd give up so much time that you'd end up losing the lead on just pace, as opposed to losing it due to pit strategy. Well, I guess you would lose it technically due to pit strategy because you're trying to pull this pit strategy and it doesn't end up working because you aren't fast enough while trying to save that tire. But knowing these guys, though, they'll probably split it up into thirds, which again, I don't know if would you want to split it up like that, though? I mean, if you split it up directly in the middle by 3, that's 20 laps on each set of tires. You can definitely do that. I mean, but the question is, do you want to run longer on the first and second stint and try and have fresher tires at the very end of the race? Or do you want to pit sooner, try and get all your pit stops out of the way, and then have really bad tires if we come to a late race restart? I mean, that's where I think a lot of the question is going to come from. Because there's the question of, who's going to be able to... is X driver going to be able to hold on to their position on the grid? Especially if we start to see one of them try and employ maybe a 2-stop strategy where they pit really early on to try and basically get their pit stops out of the way, as we see the 9 sliding up. I mean, they're just slipping and sliding right now. The 9 dives it right in there, sends the 98 up the track, but in doing so, he allowed the 51 to that inside. So the 9 was able to get in behind the 98 and was able to help keep him ahead of that 51, but now they're side by side behind the 98 for second position. And looks like the 51, though, he's not content to run second. He wants to lead this thing. Here we go. 98, 51, battling it out. I don't know if these guys are going to play nice together or if they're going to push and shove this early on. Again, I've said this on a lot of broadcasts before, but my personal opinion, I'll race. I'll let you go until we get. I'll let you have the top spot if you really want it. Until we get to the final. Once we make our final pit stop, that's when I race you. It's a straight up you versus me. Pit strategy's all out of the way. Which, I mean, that seems like a pretty good, at least I think it works pretty well. Granted, I've only ever won one of these one race, so maybe that isn't such a good strategy, and maybe you guys should just be more aggressive all around. But then again, aggressive goes around, I guess. Technically, there as the 98 goes through the grass, and I'm surprised he didn't lose more momentum there. Lost a bit of ground, but he was able to hold on to a third place finish there. Whew. Wow, they managed to not screw that one. Screw it up there. I don't know how the 98 didn't. But, was he thinking about coming to the pit road? But there we go. We see 3 cars come so far. 4 cars are on pit road, actually. Who's that in front? I think that's Sky Hot Wheels that's on pit road. We see a couple guys who came a lap earlier that I didn't notice when they initially came. So we got guys coming in and out of the pits at the current moment. Race leader is the 51. Bob goes heels. He is still out here just kind of trying to turn as quick a lap as he can. Bob Goes Heels is your race leader. Everybody else has hit pit road. The top 2, I believe, are the only ones that have yet to pit. 44 laps to go, though. I mean, that's suggesting that you're going to run 22 laps on each of your remaining runs, which, I mean, 22 laps. I mean, I think that's probably pushing it on the tire life. You might be able to pull it off, but it certainly won't be a comfortable one for anybody to pull off. So, there we go. We see the 51 pull off to the pit road, as well as the second place driver in the number 13. As everybody's getting back out on track. And Katsu actually take the race lead here. Or what would eventually end up becoming the race lead. Because I know that 9 was a part of that battle for the lead early on. But now either the 70 is going to be a lap down, or he's now leading the race. Or effectively leading the race. Of course, maybe they haven't taken the official race lead yet. As they come across the stripe this time, though. Let's see. They're going to be battling with guys coming out of pit road, but looks like they're going to be... Oh! Contact with 2 guys out in front. That was an 08. 08's in the wall. Wow. Katsu got through that. He smacked the wall, but that's going to be a caution out almost definitely. Yep, there it is. Caution's out. Caution's out. And this is kind of the question point. We see 1, 2 guys. We're seeing a couple guys choosing to come to pit road. I think this is going to be an interesting strategy. But yeah, Katsu, though, was the race leader. But it looks like the second place car will be coming to pit road. Hard to tell, though, what the strategy that's going to win this one is going to be. I think all the guys that have just come off the pit road should definitely... I think all the guys that have just come off the pit road, unless you need to adjust on your car some more, I think you absolutely should just should play the strategy that you've already got, where you're already got your pit stop done. But here we go. Okay, and once again, can I just point out that the 08 once again was the cause of a caution and got to restart on the front row. I mean, I get that he's not, he doesn't try and do anything with it. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, but, I mean, still, taking a prime spot away from someone else that could probably do pretty good with it. I mean, a lot of these guys are really good at making stuff happen. I don't know how he ends up on the front row all these times. I don't know if he just moves them and then he was the only guy that didn't pit. Oh, as there's a big pile up. What caused that? You know, watch on the stream replay, because I was just chatting about. Looks like the 14 nudged into the 7, and that's what sparked off that chain reaction. So when in doubt, blame the 14 for that one. Mainly because I saw on the replay that was the 14 that got into everybody. Well, it got into the 7 that chain reactioned into being everybody piled up. I don't know if it was solely the 14 to blame, though. Let's see, what do we got? So they were under a manual caution. Looks like the 08 kind of taking another 1 lap, kind of taking a 1 lap penalty, maybe. Or maybe it was just out of gas or out of tire or something. Trying to figure out what's going on with that 08, because he ends up on the front row when he spins out and wrecks. Let's see. And they should be entering pit road this time by. Pit road is open. Let's see. Katsu looks like he's coming to pit road. Any fakers, though? Let's see. Any fakers? Nope. Everybody comes -1. The 19 in JH Miller 01YT is the only driver to not come to the pit road. I don't know why he didn't come to the pit road. I don't know if he was recently pitted. Oh, looks like the 7 has given up. He's either given up or he just had a mic issue and he'll be back. But my indication would probably be the latter, considering he was just run into. Kind of sparking off that big wreck. But I'm surprised if he was that mad that he didn't leave sooner. Unless he was just mad that they weren't going to take any action about it. Which is fair criticism, I guess. Here we go. Front row is going to be the 19 of J.H. Miller. And then we've got Katsu on the top side. Come on, Katsu. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a Katsu fan, though. I love seeing Katsu up here towards the front. I know it doesn't happen every week, but when it does, it's special to see Katsu up here. Here we go. Green flag is going to be out, and Katsu actually wins the race to the line. I don't know if that... Oh, never mind. They're pacing the field again. Don't know if that was just them getting all hyped up and going, and then they realized that they didn't have someone, or... But, yep, so we got them all hyped up to go, and then they didn't go. Then we got them all hyped up to go, and then they didn't go. So, looks like some of the guys just kind of playing pinball with their vehicles, which not recommended that you play pinball with a race car. I get that it's a virtual race car, but you can still do damage to your race car and slow it down for the run, which, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily recommend slowing your car down. Well, unless, actually, if you're racing me, please slow your own car down. If you're not racing me, though, I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, remember, if you're racing me, though, I'd recommend slowing your car down. There we go, the 19 way on the apron there. Getting packed up, ready to go. We've seen, though, that 8 car on the inside line there, he isn't going to stay in line. We know that that guy's going to jump it 3 wide if he can at all control it. And there we go. He's going to try. Is he going to try? No, he stays in line. And it looks like they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the corner. And, oh, there we go. Sky Hot Wheels goes down to the bottom and roots the 19 up the track a little bit. Not sure if the 19 is going to be able to hold him off on the high side. 98 kind of got caught up behind the 19, and now is going to drop back a couple spots. And now oh, here we go. Katsu going for that race lead. Come on, Katsu. Katsu. Oh. What? Why is Dirt Car messaging me? Oh, slide there for, I think that was Average Joe in the 3 that slid there. But man, there are just so many out of control cars here. Katsu's leading the race though. And J-Prev able to go to the bottom and actually clear him off the corner. So, oh. Looks like 13 might have made a little bit of contact there with the wall. Slowing a little bit of his momentum down. But right now, Novice Squid versus J-Prev. Who's going to be able to pull this one off? Of course, the pack of cars behind, still very much there. Just that these front two have kind of separated themselves out just ever so slightly. Mustang versus Camaro. We saw the Camaro on Saturday night win the Xfinity Series title in real life, so I don't know if these are the same type of cars that are in our national series. So here we go. We've got the 98 going to that bottom side. 98's is he gonna be able to clear him though? That's the big question. 98 is able to clear him. 98 clears him. And 98 is going to continue to battle with the number 9 there as they are going to be very aggressive here going through. Let's see. How many laps we got left to go? 29 to go in the race right now. So that's still a long way to go as they make a little bit of contact. You might just about be able to try and save it to the end of the race on fuel, but I think you'll come out about 6 laps shy on tires. But yeah, right now though, oh, is that Bob Goes Heels? Yep, Bob's coming right back up into this fight, and he's going to become the Supra in the fight. So now it's going to be 1, 2, 3 for the 3 different manufacturers. Chevrolet, Ford, and Toyota is the running order right now for the manufacturers. But there we go. The 98's going to try and make the move on the inside. Nope, 98 ends up getting put back in line. And the 51 just kind of lurking back there. Oh man, that 98 is so wiggly. Anytime he pulls in behind that guy, it's like, oh, if you just nick his corner, like if you nick the corner of the car, you're gonna absolutely spin them off into the corner really poorly. But here we go. Let's see. We've got the... So now the 98's kind of falling back, and now Bob Goes Heels is battling for this race lead. Really aggressively. Let's see. Does anyone really think they can make it on fuel from here is the question, I guess. Because, of course, if we have one more pit, 25 laps to go, I don't see a way that they can, but maybe some of these guys that have pitted very recently that can maybe, like, squeak out a fuel mileage win, but, I mean, I can't imagine they can get their tires to last the full run. And I think it might even be a little too far on the... They are okay, I'm convinced. The 51 and 9 are trying to wreck, and they are somehow not wrecking. I mean, they have been trying to wreck the last couple of laps, and they are not, and they've not been able to do it. So I guess in that retrospect, they haven't been successful at the last couple of laps. But then again, if you're trying to wreck, maybe you're being more successful by not succeeding. There's a brain twister for you guys. If you're trying to wreck, are you more successful when you don't succeed? But here we go. Then 51 on that bottom, but the 9 gets to run off the corner. That's kind of the battle we always see at tracks like this, where the where grip and lifting is a thing. Is that you can lift and go up the track and get back in that throttle, or you can be on the bottom and have to lift, and end up, you'll be able to maybe drive it in a little deeper and rough up the guy on your outside, but for the most part, when you're on the extreme bottom, you have to lift sooner, and the 9 can go in deeper and get back on the throttle sooner, rather than when you're on that inside lane and having to be confined to a very tight knit pinned area. Of course, I guess at this point in the stream, I know it's a little bit late to be saying this, but remember, guys, if you guys aren't already, follow us on social media, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at misfitz.racing.league, and also remember to follow us on Twitter at misfitsracing. So make sure you follow us there, as well as follow Keystone Corner on Twitch if you guys aren't already, as well as subscribing here to this channel to keep up with all the Misfits Racing League content, as well as other content that he does on his Twitch or I do here on my YouTube channel. So just kind of a quick plug for both of us, so that people don't think I'm just plugging myself, basically, because I'm not trying to plug myself. I'm trying to promote the people to watch the races and whatnot. And I think we've even got a league podcast on Saturday nights as well over on Twitch, so that's always a fun one. And oh, we see a bunch of guys coming to the pit road here. We just see a ton of them peel off and come to pit road. I think that was that J? Yeah, that was J Prev. That was Novice, and that was also Katsu. So that was 3 of the top 4 chose to come to pit road that lap. And I mean, I guess we've seen it from Bob Goes Heels quite a bit. But yeah, right now though, Bob Goes Heels staying out. We've seen him kind of stay out longer on some of these runs as well than the other drivers. So I guess we could kind of expect him to run longer in this one because he's on, I guess, fresher tires. Though granted, the caution should catch them all back up on it, so I don't really know. But right now it looks like lots of guys are just kind of trying to fight to get their laps back right now. As we are 17 laps from the end of this thing. So 17 laps to the end, and there we go. Bob Goes Heels comes to pit road as the race leader. Does second place come to pit road, I guess is the question. I believe they are going to be, but I guess that'll be something to see. Yeah, so it looks like Bob Goes Heels is still your race leader as he comes to pit road, so I'm going to kind of just keep an eye on him versus the field and see where he kind of comes out and shuffles out in retrospect to the guys that he was racing around. So of course he pitted alone, so he was able to maybe make more speed getting onto the course, but as he comes off the pit road, he's got guys bearing down real quick on him for this position, and I believe that he just got passed for the lead, just not sure by who those were. Looks like Novice Squid is it Novice Squid and Katsu leading this race? Novice Squid and Katsu are leading this race. For guys that have watched these races before, let that soak in. Novice and Katsu are leading the race. I'm sure any of the drivers that are not here tonight would probably be laughing at that. In particular, guys like, I think Lyons is probably one that would laugh at that, because these two, at least earlier on in the season, definitely had consistency issues. But I guess they both just shined at the exact right moment when we go to Atlanta. Of course, still a long way from over, but that should be kind of the final sequence of pit stops now done as we hit 14 laps to go in the race. And Novice Squid leads over Katsu. Still can't believe that Katsu's running second in the race. I kind of want to see Katsu get this one. But to be honest, I'd be happy with... I mean, this race is going to be a fun finish regardless of who wins it. And I guess it comes down to who do you personally want to win it. I like the blue paint scheme for Katsu better, so I guess if we're going to get a race win picture, I think the like victory paint scheme, I'd rather see his blue paint scheme, but then again, Novice Squid, I'm not a big fan of the pink. I'm not really sure why he's got a pink 98 car. I mean, I think the Parnelli Jones throwback is better, but that's personal opinion. Of course, I know that one's a preset and this one's a custom that he's running tonight. But, and of course, the 70 is always going to be a custom. Let's see. Novice Squid just trying to run away with this one. Here, and on that final pit stop is when I expect them to try and make the gambles on fuel or taking less tires. Like if they were gonna take a gamble. I feel like they should probably gamble more on oh, and there we go. Looks like, uh-oh. And they have slowed down. There's a yellow flag out on the track. 10 laps to go, and the yellow flag is out. So I don't know. I believe this will be the final manual. But yep, coming to 10 laps to go this time at the line. It'll be 10 laps to go. So we've got 10 laps to go here. When they come by the line, and I guess decision time. Do you pit or do you stay out? And how hungry are these two? I mean, these front two are probably two of the hungriest in the field for a race win. Well, and the 13 probably too. I know the 13 probably wants to win one of these, but oh, the 08 stays out. The 08 will stays out to assume the race lead. I'm assuming. I'm gonna actually check the stream just to make sure I can see who the race leader is, but right now it looks like everybody's coming. Question is are you doing 4 tires? So it looks like maybe the 8 was the free pass because he's currently taking a hot lap to maybe try and get a lap back or something, but I don't know. I think at this point you really can't rely on getting a lap on taking a wave around at this point and assuming that you're going to be able to get that one. And they come off the race, and they come off the pit road in the same order they entered, roughly for these front 4 at least. We got Novice Squid, Katsu, Bob Goes Heels, and Keystone in the top 4. So here we go. Final 10 laps coming down here. Let's see what is going to happen here between these guys. We going to see a crazy finish, probably. Are they going to keep it clean? Are they going to keep it green for the final 9-lap shootout? It's going to be 9 laps to go at the green flag. Who thinks they can keep it green for 9 laps? Who thinks they can keep all 11 or 10 of the cars on the racetrack for those laps? Can we go at least 9 laps without getting a car airborne at least? Green flag back out, and they're racing here with 9 laps to go at Atlanta, and it looks like that the 98 is able to get out and get away to that race lead, but he's got that 51 coming from behind. So we got, oh man, and what's the 51 gonna do here? 51 going all the way to that bottom. He's running that extreme bottom, and the 98 kind of left that lane open, which definitely kind of leaves the door open for someone else to try and squeeze it in there, which of course is what Bob wants to do, is he wants to squeeze his nose in there and take the spot. Katsu's kind of falling back on the restart, so he's going to try and hit his stride and get back through the field here. But right now it looks like, oh! And that's going to be that's going to be a yellow. As we see, they managed to keep the cars on the racetrack, but that's going to be a yellow. 7 laps to go. And we see the yellow flag come out. Not? No yellow flag for that. I find that extremely odd. I mean, can I request a yellow for that? I mean, that was a pretty big wreck. For them not to throw the yellow for it. I mean, come on. But there we go. Oh! Contact for the 98. That's going to send the 98 up the track, and he's going to lose out some spots, and he's probably even going to fall behind Katsu here. No, races side by side with Katsu as he tries and he squeezes in front of Katsu. So he's able to, man, the 98, that looks like that is probably his best race car he's ever brought to the track. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a time he's had a faster race car than this one that he's got tonight, but I think this is probably his fastest one yet. But he's just had kind of some bad luck on some of the just kind of getting moved out of the way, and it looks like Bob Goes Heels might be going on to his first race win. Of course, that's still several laps away, but we've kind of seen. Oh, I think that was Maverick that went through the grass there just a little bit. 4 laps to go here in the Misfitz Racing League National Series race from Atlanta, and let's see. I mean, Bob Goes Heels has a massive lead. J Prev would need a mistake, I believe, at this point. I mean, it's not impossible to run him down from here, but I would say it's unlikely that the 9 will be able to run down the 51 on purely pace, as they take 3 laps to go this time by. I mean, come on. They can do this. I think the 9 can get back up there, right? As they're going to take 2 laps to go, and that's going to really put the timer on. Of course, when you see that white flag, the race will end, whether it be a yellow or a checkered flag. Right now, though, we could still see a yellow flag to extend the race into overtime, but I don't know too many people that are really rooting for overtime right now. And I know one guy that certainly is hoping that this race stays green for one more lap. And that's going to be the 51 here of Bob Goes Heels as he leads coming through 3 and 4. Is he going to be able to get back to the white flag, leading at the white flag? To be honest, his best friend right now is Novice, who is trying to take that second spot away. Bob Goes Heels takes the white flag. 1 to go here in the Misfitz Racing League National Series from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the 51 coming around, and he's got a several car length gap. It looks like it'll be hard for anyone to really it'll be a mistake from him basically at this point. But it looks like this is a done deal. The 51 is looking like he's coming off of turn 4, and he will claim the checkered flag at Atlanta. Bob Goes Heels wins at Atlanta. Whew, man. There we go. Congratulations to Bob Goes Heels. A clean sweep of the night. 2 stages and the race win. Second place was J Prev. Third, Novice Squid. Fourth, Katsu. Fifth, Keystone. Sixth, Average Joe. Seventh was NASCAR King in the 14 car. Let's see. After NASCAR King, then we had Miller, Sky Hot Wheels, Anchor, B is the Chief, and then LMT X Mafia is your finishing order for tonight's race. Of course, thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with us. I know it was a long race, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next week, same time, 7:30 Eastern, Sunday evening. Since there's no NASCAR race, you guys can still come back and watch this, but can go back and watch us, though, racing next Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern. See you guys then. Bye!